All right, guys. This is a little late, but let's do this. This is the episode 8 pre release exposition. I am extremely excited to be at this point. And as usual, guys, like and subscribe if you like the content. And of course, watch episode 8. It comes out 10 p.m. Eastern Time today. And I'm very excited to do this. So, first of all, let's just establish really quickly what happened in 7. Just I think I've got all the bullet points down. So right away you find out Rey is a solo. She's the sister of Ben, so they're brother and sister. So there's a brother-sister dynamic. Luke is not a bum. He's been searching for Ben for years, since he was abducted, and something's been blocking him from the Force and making it difficult for him to see where Ben is, and so he has not been able to find him. The New Republic got complacent, so there's an explanation as to why this new empire is arising, and they got complacent. They demilitarized because there's been 20 years of basically peace. And so there's been some underground stuff that's been going on, and the main villain controlling the show has been doing it through... He owns casinos, and of course Canto Bight was his flagship casino, and he's got money, and he's been making deals on the side. And he had infiltrators within the New Republic, like Admiral Pride, who was working for him. So he was an organized villain who, fomented this plan to bring back the Empire over time. And we explained some of that, rather than just sort of, here they are. Luke actually trains Rey, and he trains her for a couple of weeks in 7. It's a pretty long thing. It's not like a little thing. So she's pretty well trained, not perfect, but pretty well trained. Leia misjudged the situation. She had many of her squadrons spread around the galaxy, taking care of little, Empire infiltrated groups and little things like that. And so she didn't have enough protection at the capital, which allowed this small empire, but still formidable to a degree, to attack the capital, of course, with a few ships that Pride stole on his way out of the New Republic, and with some ships that the Supreme Leader, the mysterious Supreme Leader, had gotten built at the Kuat Drive Yards, with, of course, some other infiltrators like Corsella, who kept the information secret from Leia and from the New Republic. We find out why Ben is the way he is. He was manipulated by this Sith leader, and it's not a one-liner in a movie like The Rise of Skywalker. The mysterious Supreme Leader has the ability to force project, and he force projects an image of Vader to Ben that Ben interacts with, and he believes he's talking to a Sith Force ghost of Vader when really he isn't. So we get an explanation as to why he is the way he is and why he's this sort of cult of Vader guy, because he's being manipulated and actually believes that he is talking to his fallen grandfather. Okay? Finn is a Force user. He was a student of Luke as a little kid, and he does remember Luke. He just doesn't remember his teachings. Finn's memory loss when it comes to that coincides with Luke losing his connection with the Force because of this Sith Lord is manipulating everything. And Finn essentially ties all the main characters together, along with tying in with the past, because he knows Luke, and he knew Ben even too as a kid, right? He would have known him as well. He's also a stormtrooper, a former stormtrooper. So he's got he sort of ties the whole main characters together, because he knows Han, he knows Rey, he knows Luke, he knows Ben, he knows Leia, eventually meets Leia. He knows everybody. So he's sort of the guy that ties everything together. Rey was hidden and protected by Han and Leia after Ben was taken. So she was about 2 or 3 years old, I guess. Because Ben's a few years older than him, so he would have been 6. So yeah, she was 2, and they left her with somebody on Jakku. We find out the answer to that in 8, who it was, and all that. She resents them, but she gets over it and realizes she has a family now. And she's trained by Luke, but she doesn't really have a motive until Han dies. And once Han dies, she's extremely motivated to become a Jedi and to follow the Jedi path more, I should say, and has a reason. Luke saves the day. In a sense, he uses the Force to take down a Star Destroyer, so we've made Luke extraordinarily powerful, so he's grown in power. But it does take a lot out of him, similar to like what happened to Grogu in The Mandalorian. I did like that. I know that there's the old video game where Buddy takes down a Star Destroyer and sort of nothing really happens, and I get that, but I like the idea that when you do something that massive, that it does take a lot out of you. So Luke is then captured because he's too weak to defend himself. Ben couldn't kill Rey. He fights her, but he can't kill her. So does he have love in him, or is he just still trying to manipulate the situation to get her to join him? Hard to say. I guess we'll find out. And we got some scenes with Han, Luke, and Leia together, which are a couple scenes, I should say, better than nothing, which is what we got in the actual sequel trilogy. So here we are in episode 8, and guys, I've never been more excited because I wrote them like acts in a play. So 7 is Act 1, 8 is Act 2, and 9 is Act 3. And so 7 was so much about the development of where everybody was and where everybody's at least seemingly going, and the relationships there and stuff like that. Whereas in this next one, guys, it really starts to, the plot moves and it changes, and the main characters go through a lot of stuff in this one. This one's going to be really heartbreaking, heartwarming. It's going to have everything. It's going to have everything in terms of the characters and what they go through and the changes. And remember, Ben, Darth Iron, I guess I should say, Ben gets the Jedi text. Now, the Jedi texts are not in the hands of a Jedi. They're in the hands of a Sith. That's a different dynamic. Rey is going to feel, compelled from the other side. So they're both going through stuff in the opposite way. The good getting tempted by the bad, and the bad getting tempted to be good again. So there's a really cool dynamic that way, and the fact that they're brother and sister kind of adds to that as well. You're going to see Finn a lot in this one. You're going to see Finn and Rey a lot in this one. You're going to see. I don't want to reveal too much, but you're going to see things in a totally different way. And I kind of hinted at that when I said, the good being tempted by the bad and the bad being tempted to be good. But there's also a whole sort of flipped dynamic that's going to take place throughout this thing. So I'm very excited. I hope you guys like it. And it's going to just flow right in to episode 9 beautifully, and that's the most exciting part is how this whole thing ends. But 8 is really good, guys. I think you're really going to like it. There's all sorts of, like I said, different dynamics. We're bringing back some of the OT planets. We're bringing back some of the prequel planets. That was one of the things I thought was missing in the sequel trilogy, where there wasn't enough tie-in to the previous 6 films. And so in 7, I did a little bit, I hinted at it a bit, but now you're really going to see a real sort of amalgamation as we get closer to the end, right? Closer to the end of episode 9, you're going to start to see more and more of a culmination of bringing in images and things. And if you've seen the one trailer, you see Leia looking up at her mother's image in Naboo, so you know that they were in Naboo. And that's, I think, again, was lacking in the official sequel trilogy, whereas I really wanted to bring that in. So you're going to see a lot of that happen. You may see some Force ghosts. You may see you're going to see stuff that I think a lot of people wanted to see and were disappointed that they didn't see. That doesn't mean I put every single thing that every single fan ever wanted. You can't please everybody, but I'm telling you guys, you're really going to like this. The story moves in a really compelling way. It's a perfect Act 2 to a 3-act saga. And again, it incorporates everything from what came before it. It does not spit on it. It does not make it look dumb. It incorporates it and makes it better without breaking the lore. Obviously, of course, as well. So I think that's it. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I need to bring up here. I think that's good. I think I've laid it out. So guys, like I said, I'm extremely excited about this. If you like this content, please like and subscribe. Please share. We really want to see episode 8 really help grow this channel and get out there and give people a glimpse into Star Wars, what it could have been if things had been done differently, and if maybe more time was taken to write it, and maybe if more care was put into it. So yeah, if you like this content, please like and subscribe. Please share it, and I hope you enjoy Star Wars, What It Could Have Been, Episode 8, The Hope and the Darkness.